2 years ago, very overweight and unhealthy. I thought this was how my life would be from now on. But then one night, something happened that changed everything, and I was ready for a change. Now, with the help of family and friends, I'm building a new life. And because so many of you have asked what happened, here's my story. Tonight starts a special series here on WVUA News at 5. I'm sharing my personal journey of building a healthy life. Before I share with you what happened and what I have been doing, I want to start at the beginning and share with you how it got to that point and how it affected me. It's my hope that if you're looking for help to find a healthier life, that maybe something will connect with you, and the experiences I have had may help you take the first step to building yourself a healthy life. So here we go, January 2012. At the time, I really didn't know how unhealthy I had become. I couldn't see what was happening because I had stopped looking in the mirror except to fix my hair and makeup. It was just too painful. It was also hard to go up and down stairs without getting winded. My back hurt quite often, and with the exception of going to the doctor, I wouldn't get on a scale, and I certainly didn't own one. I felt like there was nothing I could do. Joining me now is Dr. Milady Murphy from Shelton State Community College, a health expert who you have been so helpful to me and instrumental throughout this entire journey of talking to me about healthy foods and exercise and how they work together to change a person's overall life. And I'm so grateful to you for that, Dr. Murphy. Before we share with everyone what we've done and how we've got to this point, can you share a little bit about how obesity affects someone internally and externally?
You know, Janie, the World Health Organization, as well as the American Medical Association, has addressed obesity not only as a crisis, but a health issue. And we are now seeing through the research what obesity actually causes. Internally, as you said, elevated bad cholesterol, elevated triglycerides. These are all risk factors for heart disease. Elevated blood pressure, even increases the risk of certain cancers, the metabolic X syndrome that we're seeing. Also the fatty liver disease that normally we were seeing with people as they age, we're now seeing in children as we deal with obesity for all ages. So obesity is a risk factor in and of itself that contributes to many diseases.
It does. We've seen that, as you said, in the research over and over again. And when you look at the photos there of the old Janie as opposed to what we're working on right now, it's evident that obesity, that the weight that was on this frame that I have here was affecting how I felt internally. I had back pain. It would just come out of nowhere, and it would just stay for days at a time. And then there were concerns with my doctor about my cholesterol. At one point, there was concerns they may have to put me on medicine. Thankfully, it didn't happen, but it affects you in so many ways.
Absolutely, Janie. And you know, now we're seeing, and you addressed it, the obesity on the body, that extra weight, not only affects the inside of the body, but it affects the outside. You know, how one looks, their self-esteem, that psychological component. And, you know, there's all kinds of pain associated with it, like joint pain, because it does tax the joints, the back, the knees, the hips. And so dealing with obesity is a health issue that we're now seeing in epidemic portions, not only in the United States, but around the world.
So you hear you should eat healthy, you should exercise, but when you're carrying that around, sometimes the energy is not there. So it's little steps, and we're going to talk about what those steps were to getting to the point where we could add exercise, and what happens when you decide that you're ready for that change, and that's what we're going to be doing. Health experts say you should always consult your physician before starting a new plan or exercise program. Now, you will see part 2 of my story, Ready for Change, right here on WVUA News at 5 tomorrow. We look at the moment everything changed and why being ready for that change is important for success.